workers, pay attention to what I'm gonna mention, for it is the fixed intention of the workers of the world. And I hope you'll all be ready, true-hearted, brave and steady, to gather round our standard when the red flag is unfurled. Here's the chorus.
Where the Fraser River flows, each fellow worker knows they have bullied and oppressed us, but still our union grows. And we're gonna find a way, boys, shorter hours and better pay, boys, and we're gonna win the day, boys, where the Fraser River flows.
For these gunny sack contractors have all been dirty actors, and they're not our benefactors. Each fellow worker knows why they got together in fine or dirty weather, and we will show no white feather where the Fraser River flows.
Where the Fraser River flows, each fellow worker knows they have bullied and oppressed us, but still our union grows. And we're gonna find a way, boys, shorter hours and better pay, boys, and we're gonna win the day, boys, where the Fraser River flows.
Now the boss, the law is stretching, Bull and Vincey's fetching, and they are a fine collection, as Jesus only knows. Why their mothers reared them, and why the devil spared them, are questions we can't answer where the Fraser River flows.
Where the Fraser River flows, each fellow worker knows they have bullied and oppressed us, but still our union grows. And we're gonna find a way, boys, shorter hours and better pay, boys, well, we're gonna win the day, boys, where the Fraser River flows.
Here's another one. This one's by Woody Guthrie, and lots of you know it. Labor classic, Union Me. There once was a Union maid
who never was afraid of the goons and the geeks and the company jinks and the deputy sheriffs who made the raid when he went to the Union Hall. When a meeting it was called, and when those company boys came round, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die.
This Union maid was wise to the tricks of the company spies. She never got fooled by a company school. She always organized the guys. She always got her way. When she struck for higher pay, she'd show her card to the company card. This is what she'd say.
Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die.
You women who want to be free, take a little tip from me. Break out of that mold we've all been told. We've got a fighting history to fight for women's rights. With workers must unite, like Mother Jones. Move those bones to the front every fight.
Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die.
One more time.
Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die.
We have some longshoremen with us today, and one of them is Dave Lomas, who was an officer of that union for some 25 years. And Dave would like to talk to you about the 75th anniversary this year of a tragic issue that happened on the Ballantine Pier just a couple of weeks after the train left in the on-to-Ottawa trek. So, Dave, come on up and...
Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Dave Lomas. I'm a retired longshoreman. I'm part of a committee set up by the ILWU to put on a parade, a party, and a celebration on June the 18th of this year to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Ballantine. Just briefly, for those that aren't aware, the Battle of Ballantine took place on June 18th of 1935 as a result of the longshore employers, the Shipping Federation of BC, hiring scabs and firing all the longshoremen that were members of the union. The longshoremen, 5,000 strong, marched down Heatley Avenue to Ballantine Pier to try and knock the scabs that were hired by the employers and the government, the BC government by the way, to knock them off the ships. They were met at the entrance to Ballantine Pier by the Vancouver City Police, the RCMP, and the Vancouver Provincial Police. They attempted to cross the tracks to go to Ballantine Pier, and they were gassed. For the first time in history, the Canadian government used tear gas against Canadian citizens. And that was at Ballantine Pier. No. The crowd was tear gassed. Mounted police come out from hiding behind rail cars with clubs and started clubbing the demonstrators and the marchers, and the battle went on for 3 hours. The headlines in the Vancouver Sun said it was the bloodiest day in the waterfront in history. Some 38 people were hospitalized, and that's the demonstrators. But the one thing I wanted to tell you, there was also 41 police who were also injured during that melee and that battle, who were treated at the Vancouver City morgue. So at the morgue, Vancouver City morgue. So in honor of that, of the heroic people that put on the demonstration that day, we've decided, or we've been working hard on setting up a monument. At New Brighton Park, we're going to unveil a monument in the dedication of those workers on June the 19th of 1935. We're going to have a march from our building down here on Victoria Drive in the morning. We're going to march to the park. We're going to have a rally. We're going to open our building to the public, any and all that wish to come. And we're going to have videos, movies, more stories about the Battle of Ballantine, because there's lots of them. And then that evening we're going to have a dance and another rally to celebrate the victory of those people.